When they come in, one of the things I like them, first of all, I want them to understand something. They can be them and do this business. They don't have to be somebody else. Oh, I wish I was like her. I wish I was like her. Oh, I couldn't do this business. And fear has a way of just taking talent and gifts away from people. So what I would tell them, or what I would like for them is, first of all, I can tell you from my experience, I would tell them, when God created you, He made you exactly. And you've heard me say this 1,000 times. God didn't make any junk. And He gave you abilities that you have not yet recognized. But I promise you, if you will trust us, and if you will come in and listen and follow some of the things that you're taught and work, and if you understand that there's going to be some valleys and some hills, valleys and hills as they go, but ultimately, if you stay with this, it's going to be blessed. And I want to convince you, you can do this business. See, it's kind of like when I was at that rally, when that little old lady, she's 50-something, not rally, at a show, she's 52 years old, sitting there wasn't too many at that show, and when she was leaving, I got her and I shook her hand and I said to her, "You'd be really good at this business." And she started to cry. And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, what did I..." She said, "You're the first person that's ever told me I'd be good at anything." Can you imagine? And there's so many people feel that way. One of the secrets that I believe God has given us is to minister to these people that have those feelings, convince them that when God created them, He gave them all kinds of talent, but nobody had ever told me that I could do anything. And I think it's very important that you then share with them your experiences. Let me tell you how it was when I joined up. I was afraid like you, and I just thought I could never do this, and relate to that. But now the reassurance that she's never going to be alone is very, very important. The second and most important thing, when you get her set up and you get her to the training show and you get after the training show and you're talking with her, "Well, you did really good tonight, and I was so proud of what you did. But let me give you a few suggestions that we could use, and go through a nice warm, complimenting her, telling her, then commenting it. It's a sandwich. You always say something to change it, but then you're always going to end up with something good. Start with something good. Talk about a little thing you'd like to do, but always finish with something you did really well, And so it's building the confidence into them. Now, here's some of the dangers that we go through. People who try to do too much for these people and don't have the patience to wait till they can develop will often put a tremendous stress on these new people. And I'm telling you, you have to be very, very, it wasn't, look at me. And sometimes it was easy for you, but it might not be. The constant thing when they start is, 1, if they listen to you, 2, if you're training them properly, 3, please have some personal time with them, not just in a group, but take them to coffee, take them to tea, invite them to your home, and just share with them, golly, that's exactly like I felt when I was here. I'll reassure you. Is there anything that I can do? And then you give her some ideas and some help. So it's a matter of building a relationship. It's a matter of getting her to understand she is capable of doing this job. And thirdly, to reassure her and listen, always find some type of a compliment or something good that they did so that they'll be encouraged in the days ahead. It's a process, but it's a relationship. And sometimes I think in the beginning, Randy, we didn't have a lot of this, and our people were doing really well. I do not know, Randy, how on earth people would pay $995 to get into this business. I was told so many times nobody would ever do it. But when we talked about the people and we didn't talk about the product, And when we talked about the plan, which is the best plan, and the big thing is, why are we in business? And those 5 reasons now that we are in business were the key to it. And we still got them, and that's still the basic foundation of our company. It's the people. And this is where we must continue to be people-oriented. Product's fine, and we need to do everything we possibly can. But I'm just telling you, some of them are going to be very sharp. Some of them are going to be halfway, don't feel like I can do it. And there'll be some no's and, oh yeah, you're going to get no's. But you know what? A yes always follows. It does? Yeah. Sometimes you got 32 no's. I got a call in the early days. 32 no's, you know. And another girl, I got a call one time, and she couldn't book and couldn't do it. And she's a Christian, and I said, what I want you to do is to stop for a week. And I just want you to pray. And I want you to go to Psalm 37 and read it, just the first 5 verses. Instead of looking down, I want you to start looking up to see what God's going to do for you. So it's fascinating. And we had to learn a lot because we came out of a company that was very professional. People were these people worked for a lot less. They lost them, if 20 people, they went out and they had to build another one. It was unbelievable. But the gifts that Joan and I came up with, I don't know. We sat in that room up in that house we had at that desk, and we put down to help moms stay at home. No, but I've never seen a company built on these, and these are powerful, and they work. And so I'm grateful God gave it to us.